Regardless if it's magic or some voodoo ritual, defying of reality isn't something so easy to explain as a deception. Brace yourself for some of the most bizarre and unexplainable incidents that were caught on camera. In 2019, a bizarre and chilling phenomenon took over the internet. The Serbian dancing lady. The footage showed a strange figure dancing in the streets, often near hospitals. What started as an unsettling sight quickly escalated when the figure spotted the camera and began chasing after the filmer, brandishing a knife. Her face remained hidden, and her blood-stained clothes only deepened the creepiness. As the footage spread, so did the theories. Was she a victim of mental illness, or was something more supernatural at play? Comments flooded in with people warning others to stay away and even adding religious symbols for protection. The legend lives on, sparking curiosity and fear alike. Floating mystery. On a regular evening in a city when locals suddenly look up and spot something that shouldn't be happening, someone floating in the sky, but it wasn't just any float. This person was dancing, moving with an eerie grace, completely defying gravity. People watching were left frozen, unsure of what they were witnessing. Was it a ghost? An illusion? Or could it be something even stranger? Some people started offering wild theories, but no one really knew what it was. What's your take on this bizarre sighting? Paranormal or something else at play? Room 209. In 2003, CCTV footage from an unknown hotel captured an unsettling scene. Staff member went to investigate the screams coming from room 209, which was supposed to be empty. As he approached the door, the screams echoed down the hallway, distorting with a chilling tone. What followed was truly bizarre. A ghostly figure was seen swiftly fleeing down the hallway, and the hotel lights began to flicker. When the man exited the room, visibly shaken, he reported that there was no one inside. However, the room was in complete chaos. Furniture was overturned, the carpet ripped up, and the shower running. The footage ended abruptly, leaving the question unanswered. Was it a supernatural encounter or something far darker?
Coming from that room. Amy, he's on his way down there.
Possessed glass. Here's a crazy story from a live morning show in Honduras that took a spooky turn. TV journalist Carlos Molina was doing his thing when suddenly a glass started sliding across the table right in front of him. He even said he felt a chill down his spine just before it happened. Some folks thought it was a ghost playing tricks, while others speculated it was a glitch in the Matrix. We'll probably never figure it out, but one thing's for sure, this was one moment that Carlos would never forget.
Okay.
Floating nightmare. Remember the scene in Stranger Things where the character Max starts floating in the air? Well, something similar happened in this video. This girl started lifting off the ground, not like jumping or being yanked by wires. This was slow, eerie, and totally unnatural. Her arms flailed, eyes wide. She clearly wasn't doing it on purpose. Some folks rushed to grab her, but their hands slipped right off like she was weightless. The others just stood there, recording it like they were watching a live episode of Stranger Things. The whole scene had that creepy Max versus Vecna vibe, except this wasn't a show. This was real, and no one had any clue what they were looking at. Possessed woman. Footage from mid-2016 showed a woman casually shopping in a mall when an item mysteriously fell behind her, and that's when things took a bizarre turn. After placing the item back on the shelf, her behavior became unsettling. She dropped her shopping and started writhing uncontrollably. A bystander rushed to help, but she suddenly let out a guttural scream, followed by another even more intense one. The screams seemed to push people away, and when a man attempted to restrain her, she screamed once more with enough force to make objects move and cause the security camera to flicker. The netizens are still seeking answers. What caused her to lose control in such a disturbing way? Floating jumper. This clip dropped on TikTok out of nowhere, and it's been bugging people ever since. A dude starts off waving his hands, almost like he's channeling something, then just lies flat on the ground. No big deal until he suddenly rises into the air, like straight up levitating, and if that wasn't wild enough, he pulls out a skipping rope and starts jumping midair like it's totally normal. No wires, no harness, just floating there, doing cardio like a ghost in gym class. Some say it's editing, others swear it's real. But if it was fake, how did he pull it off so clean? Whatever the trick is, people still can't stop watching. Haunting screech. It was supposed to be a normal night until it wasn't. A guy woke up to the sound of a screech slicing through the silence. Definitely not something you want to hear at 3 a.m. At first, he brushed it off, thinking it was nothing. But then it happened again. Curious and uneasy, he grabbed a flashlight and his camera. As he started recording, the door to his room slowly creaked open, then slammed shut. The noise grew louder. That's when he saw it. A shadow, tall and unmoving, standing in the doorway, just staring. Terrified, he dove under the covers, like that was gonna keep whatever it was away. Not the best move, but hey, it's all he had left. Possessed teens.
Getting shit released because of the internet.
It started like one of those casual late-night dares, just a bunch of teens messing around near an old, abandoned building. But something about that place wasn't right. The second the camera turned on, their bodies started moving in unnatural ways. Spines arched backward, faces blank, like they weren't even in control. It wasn't some cheap prank or a viral challenge. These kids looked gone. A few bystanders caught it on video, but none of them got close. The comments online, filled with theories. Ghosts, demons, energy fields, whatever it was, it had taken over. And honestly, if you'd seen what they did, you wouldn't stick around either. Unseen presence.
Is this toddler possessed?
Imagine catching your toddler on nanny cam doing something completely wild, like climbing the crib, balancing on the rail, and holding steady for 22 seconds. Sounds like something out of a creepy horror flick, right? But what really got the parents was the eerie glowing eyes in the dark, visible through the night vision. At first, they were convinced it was some kind of possession, but after closer inspection, they realized it was just the camera's night vision. Nothing supernatural, though it didn't make it any less unsettling. And to top it off, the video wasn't even an April Fool's joke. It was as real as it gets. From ashes. A fire usually causes destruction, but in this case, it was the opposite. A guy was just burning some trash when suddenly the flames started shooting out sparks everywhere. Within seconds, it looked like something supernatural might be coming out of the fire. A bystander instinctively stepped back, ready to bolt like some fire monster or hellish demon was about to show up. Slender Man visit. Most folks brush off the Slender Man tale as internet myth, but one family's home security footage might have caught something that pushes it beyond fiction. Middle of the night, all was quiet, until something entered through the back. Not someone, something tall, gaunt, arms dragging along the floor like it shouldn't even be upright. It crawled, barely human, and headed straight for the child's room. No sound, no breaking in. It tried to reach the kid, but oddly seemed to struggle, like it was being blocked. After a few tense moments, it retreated. When the family reviewed the footage the next morning, they were shaken. No mask, no costume, just a nightmare in motion. Headless Man. We've all heard those eerie stories about headless individuals. Well, this one isn't merely a tale. It actually occurred in Goa, India. A few people were driving along a road when they noticed something unsettling. There, beside the road, was a man walking calmly, but he was headless. He was wearing shorts and a shirt, just meandering along as if it were an ordinary day. But his head, completely absent. I can't even fathom what my reaction would have been if I had witnessed that. To be honest, I wouldn't have halted the car for anything. Hidden gift.
Что это?
Shot on a quiet, snowy evening in Russia, this eerie clip feels like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. A guy walking through the cold catches a glimpse of something strange. A little girl suspended in midair, just floating. Next to her, a woman, likely her mom, stood calmly, almost like she was guiding the whole thing. It didn't feel like an accident, more like a secret training session. But when the mom noticed the man filming, everything changed. She called the girl down in a hurry, and they bolted. No words, no explanation, just vanished into the snow. Was it telekinesis, levitation, or something else they've been hiding all along? Elevator mystery. January 31st, 2013, Elisa Lam checks into the Cecil Hotel, a place already tangled in decades of dark history. She was just 21, traveling alone, and after a few days of silence, her family back in Canada started to panic. That's when the hotel dropped the now infamous elevator footage. In it, Elisa moves like something's chasing her, smashing random buttons, stepping in and out like she's avoiding something unseen. She talks to no one. Then she's gone. Weeks pass. No leads until they find her lifeless in the rooftop water tank, sealed shut from the outside. No camera saw her get there. No answers. Just an ending that makes no sense. Pope? An unusual video has raised doubts about the true identity of Pope Francis. In the footage, the Pope was observed amidst a crowd. He lowered his head and touched his face. Instead of rubbing his eyes or scratching his nose, he tugged at the skin on his forehead. Oddly, the skin stretched much more than usual, and his eyes appeared hollow, resembling the eye sockets of a mask. This led to bizarre theories, including the possibility that the Pope was using a body double or was some kind of non-human entity like a reptilian creature. While no definitive explanations exist, the video left many people stunned. Vanishing blessing. During peak lockdown, when the world felt frozen in fear, Pope Francis stood at a Vatican window to offer a rare blessing. Streets below were empty, silent, like the city itself was holding its breath. Cameras rolled, people watched live, and then something off happened. As he turned to walk back inside, the Pope didn't just fade into shadow, he vanished. No step, no turn, just blinked out like a light switch flipped. At first, folks blamed camera tricks or security holograms, but then the footage started disappearing everywhere. Clips wiped clean from YouTube within hours. No takedown notices, nothing, just gone. Makes you wonder what really happened in that room. Dolphin Man.
Please go check outside your home.
Buried deep in YouTube's dark corners, there's a clip that's both bizarre and unsettling. It shows a man with a dolphin-like muzzle, his voice distorted as he warns viewers about something. What exactly he's warning them about, though, remains a puzzle, his message unclear but chilling.
This is not real.
At first, people assumed it was just a guy in a mask, trying to drum up fear and confusion, but others weren't so sure. Some started wondering if this was a human-dolphin hybrid, part man, part sea creature. Then rumors spread. A company known for animal-inspired prosthetics was allegedly behind the footage. But why would they create such a disturbing video? To this day, the true purpose of the Dolphin Man remains an eerie mystery.
Please go check outside your home. Please.
Window visitor.
Who are you?
For years, this one clip floated around forums, passed like a cursed file, before vanishing completely. Some say it's the most convincing Skinwalker footage ever caught. It started simple. A man hears knocking on his window way past midnight, so he grabs a flashlight, peeks outside, and there she is. A pale, girl-like face, too still, too blank. She mouthed something like, "Help me." But when he didn't open up, her whole vibe shifted, eyes widened, her face twisted and started slamming on the glass like she was trying to get in. Then, static, cut, no ending, just theories. Some swear it wasn't human, others believe it never wanted help. It wanted him. Field of Shadows. A man was casually walking through a field when something unexpected happened. Out of nowhere, a ghostly figure appeared behind him and passed right by, almost without a sound. Strangely, the man wasn't harmed, but the whole experience was unsettling. It's a stark reminder of why people often warn against wandering alone in remote places, like open fields, abandoned spots, or forgotten crops. These areas tend to harbor paranormal activity and unexplainable events. While this time the man got off easy, the chilling sight serves as a warning. Some places are better left unexplored. Always stay cautious when venturing into the unknown. The Doll. So far, we've seen unsettling footage, but this one cranks up the eerie factor. The video shows a man with long hair casually talking to a small boy sitting on a table, but something's off. The boy's movements are jerky and lifeless, almost robotic. The man picks him up and places him on a shelf, but then the boy starts moving again, on his own. Viewers were left creeped out, with theories flooding in. Some speculated that the boy was actually a doll that comes to life when no one's watching, a chilling twist on the Toy Story idea. Whatever it was, it left everyone questioning what they just saw. Portal Vanisher. There was a man in Sedona who believed sound could bend reality, not music, specific frequencies, precisely timed vibrations. He claimed they could open doorways, and based on what happened next, maybe he wasn't wrong. Sedona's already a hotspot for strange energy, vortex rumors, and magnetic oddities.
You are witnessing.
So when this guy released a video showing what looked like a swirling distortion in his living room, it caught fire online. News segments ran vague stories, never named him, but people connected the dots. Then he disappeared. No calls, no posts, no body. Some believe he walked through a self-made portal. Others think he uncovered something meant to stay hidden and was silenced. Steel Stance. This girl was just walking across the street, nothing out of the ordinary. Out of nowhere, a speeding car barreled straight toward her. People nearby braced for impact, but when it hit, the front of the car folded like a soda can. Total wreck. But her? She didn't even stumble. Not a scratch, no limp, nothing. Just stood there like it didn't even touch her. Like she was made of stone or something. The driver was in shock. Everyone watching? Speechless. Either she got the strongest bones on Earth, or we just witnessed something that makes zero sense in the real world. Teleporting mystery. In a bizarre clip aired on Chinese TV, viewers were left utterly stunned. A man was casually filming when, without warning, a mysterious figure appeared, glowing with eerie blue lights radiating from his fists. The cameraman, clearly in shock, races after him, trying to get a closer shot. But just as he's about to catch up, something wild happens. The figure vanishes in the blink of an eye, as if teleported to another place. What could this be? A glitch in reality, or something we can't even begin to understand? People can't stop theorizing, and now it's your turn to weigh in. What do you think this mysterious event was? Last broadcast, Granger Taylor wasn't your typical mechanic. While most were fixing up cars, he was building a life-size spaceship in his backyard. It wasn't meant to fly, at least not yet, but it looked like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. He even claimed to have made contact with beings from another world. Then on a day in 1980, he left a note for his family. He was embarking on a 42-month journey aboard an alien spaceship. That was the last anyone heard from him. His truck vanished, and despite years of searching, no trace was ever found. Some think he ran off to start a new life. Others wonder if he really did get the intergalactic ride he hoped for. Lars Mitang. It started like any other vacation until one moment turned everything strange. Lars Mitang, vacationing with friends in Bulgaria, suffered an injury and decided to stay behind for a later flight. His friends left and he went to Varna Airport alone. The airport's security camera caught him entering the terminal, but moments later, something odd happened. He bolted out of the building, running as fast as he could. He climbed a fence and disappeared into the woods, never to be seen again. No trace, no explanation. Was he running from something? Something invisible? Or was the danger very much real? Theories swirl, but Matank's disappearance remains one of the most baffling mysteries to this day. Ghost Dog. A 38-year-old man in Australia thought it was just another quiet night. TV on, feet up, nothing out of the ordinary. Then he glanced at his backyard cam, right? His dog was out there running around. But wait, wasn't that two dogs? The second one was off, pale, almost see-through. It moved fast, but its steps didn't touch the ground. He rushed outside, heart pounding, but the second dog was gone, like it had never been there. No tracks, no sound, just still air. Some say it was a glitch. Others think it was the spirit of a pet long gone, stopping by for one last run through familiar grass. Creepy doll. In the early 2010s, a video surfaced featuring a life-size doll singing, quickly capturing attention and sparking unease across the internet. While some viewers found it strange, others were outright terrified. At first, it seemed like just another robotic doll singing eerie, haunting tunes, but then a dark theory emerged. Some speculated the doll's owner was a serial criminal who dressed it in his victim's clothes, using it to perform these chilling songs. Others pointed to the unsettling uncanny valley effect, the strange discomfort robots can evoke when they appear almost human. Whether the theory is true or not, the video has only grown more disturbing, leaving viewers haunted by its mystery. Display case. One evening, a man sat in his lounge enjoying the quiet when his eyes caught something strange, a face, or what looked like one, inside a glass display case. He squinted, stepped closer, and his unease grew. The face was too detailed to be a trick of the light, but when he opened the case to inspect, it was empty, not a thing inside. When the footage hit the internet, most chalked it up to pareidolia, the brain's tendency to see faces in random objects. But the man wasn't convinced. He swore it wasn't a trick of the mind. He felt something wrong in that moment, and no amount of explanations would shake him. The mystery lingered. Illusion or something darker? Highway Phantom. Late at night, highway traffic was light, just two cars cruising under the streetlights. Then, out of thin air, a girl appeared in the middle of the road. She looked off, like she wasn't fully aware of where she was or even who she was. The first car braked hard and managed to stop. The second, not so lucky. But just before disaster struck, a blur shot across the frame. A regular guy, no cape, no costume, swooped in, grabbed the girl, and pulled her to safety. The craziest part, he vanished right after, like he was never there. Cameras caught it, but no one could explain it. Who was he? Where'd he go? A ghost? Or a real-life hero? M-Cave Mystery. In 2014, a YouTuber Kenny Veach posted a video about a strange experience near an M-shaped cave in Nevada, an area that seemed to pulse with an eerie energy. When netizens demanded proof, he promised to return, not once but twice, but he never came back.
At the very, very end of this valley, it's kind of like a big canyon.
His followers warned him, some even claiming to know more about the dangers of that cave. Some believed it was tied to a secret Area 51 project. Others speculated that Veach had encountered something far darker, perhaps even aliens with intentions that weren't so friendly. All that was found of him were his phone and keys, abandoned in a mine shaft. The M-Cave and Veach's fate remain locked in an unsettling mystery.
And then there's caves like that.
Dark Alley. Late one night in 2021, a chilling scene unfolded in a dark alley. The video starts with a dog casually walking, but then something triggers its fear. The dog suddenly starts backing up, eyes wide, and that's when a shadowy figure emerges from the darkness. It's eerie how slowly the figure moves toward the dog, its arms and legs visible as it approaches. In an instant, the dog bolts, running away as fast as it can. The shadow disappears into the alley, leaving behind nothing but the unease of what was just witnessed. Was it a trick of the light or something far darker? Vanishing mystery.
What is it? It's a person, dude.
Andrew, a regular guy on TikTok, posted about his life until April 2022 when everything changed. While driving in Alberta, Canada, he filmed a towering figure on a mountain ridge, too large to be human. The video went viral, sparking debates, but the deeper he investigated, the stranger things got. Locals warned him about something hidden in the mountains, and soon, shadowy figures, black helicopters, and unmarked cars appeared. Andrew's posts became increasingly paranoid, and in one video he claimed everything was scripted. 10 days later, he posted, "You might not see me again." Then silence. Weeks later, his obituary appeared. Andrew Dawson, 34, was gone. No explanation, just an eerie mystery. The Vanishing Pilot. Some disappearances just don't add up, and Frederick Valentik's case is one of them. On October 21st, 1978, the young pilot took off for a routine flight to King Island, but he never made it. No wreckage, no body, just a haunting radio transmission. In it, he calmly reported something following him. A green light, a metallic surface, something that didn't belong in the sky. Then eerie silence, followed by a strange scraping noise. The official explanation, he crashed. But does that really make sense? Some say he staged his own disappearance, while others think he saw something the world wasn't meant to know. Whatever happened, Frederick Valentik vanished without a trace, and the mystery remains.
It's hovering, it's not an aircraft!
Lizard Man revealed. Ever thought about how the people you see every day might be hiding something? Like, what if one of them is actually a monster in disguise? There's this video where a real lizard man takes off his mask, and you can see his creepy reptilian claws that look pretty dangerous. As he pulls off the mask, you get to see his true self. It just goes to show that sometimes things aren't as they seem, and what you see might just be part of the story. Sophia McKenna.
Yo, we're out here in the ocean.
On May 27th, 2018, Spencer Mugford and his friend Sophia McKenna ventured out to the New London Ledge Lighthouse, capturing the moment on Snapchat, but by dawn, both had vanished. The Coast Guard found Spencer's shirt on the dock, suggesting he may have tried to secure their drifting boat, which was later found capsized. Spencer's body was recovered, but Sophia's fate remains a chilling mystery. Did she slip into the sea, or was something darker at play? The ocean keeps its secrets, and Sophia's disappearance continues to haunt the waters, leaving questions with no answers.
I think she is either.
Max Spears.
To be able to convey this information to you.
Max Spears was a man who made people uncomfortable, not because he was wrong, but because he might have been right. Over the years, he delved into shadow organizations, hidden agendas, and forces few dared to name. Then in July 2016, at 39 years old, he was found lifeless on a sofa in Poland. No clear cause of demise, no concrete answers. Theories ran wild: secret experiments, mind control, interdimensional conflicts. Some even speculated he was silenced before revealing something monumental. His mother believed he knew he was in danger and warned others to dig deeper. His demise remains an unsettling mystery. Was he in the wrong place at the wrong time, or did he know too much?
Well, because he's my son, never mind all the rest. You know.
Mysterious booms.
I just got some updates and new developments when it comes to these booms.
It's like deja vu with that Andrew Dawson situation. It all started with a strange, persistent sound echoing across East Idaho. Deep, booming noises. Just this unnerving, unexplained noise. Enter Aeon Bell, a farmer who decided to document the whole thing. His first video was casual, just him talking about the sounds, speculating on possible causes. But then, things took a weird turn. His next video felt off. He mentioned being contacted by well-educated scientists who brushed it off as normal stuff like skyquakes or minor seismic shifts. But Aeon didn't seem like himself. His voice was too stiff, his eyes darting around. The oddest part, after that, silence. He never posted about it again.
I've been sorting through this guy's research the last couple days.
Desperate escape.
My parents are down on Larry Ralston of Englewood College.
Aaron Ralston's tale is one of raw determination. On April 26, 2003, he set out on a solo hike in Utah's Blue John Canyon, thinking it would be an exciting adventure. But things quickly took a dangerous turn when a massive boulder fell, trapping his right arm against the canyon wall. With limited supplies and no one around for miles, Aaron was stuck for 5 days. When he realized there was no other option, he made the agonizing decision to use his multi-tool to free himself. It was a desperate, heroic act of survival. After climbing down the canyon, he finally found help from a group of hikers. Aaron's determination made him a living testament to human resilience.
Make an attempt to get it to them.
Vanished air. In 1961, 23-year-old Michael Rockefeller set off on a daring adventure deep into the heart of southwestern Netherlands, New Guinea, now part of Indonesia. Fascinated by the unique culture of the Asmat tribe, he went to learn more about their art and customs. On November 17th, during a river trip, tragedy struck. His boat capsized and he vanished while attempting to swim for help. Despite massive search efforts, no trace of him was ever found. As time passed, eerie theories began to surface. Some speculate he was forced into a new life among the Asmat people, whose rituals were unlike anything outsiders had seen. Years later, strange footage appeared showing a white man who looked strikingly like Michael. Could it be him? Maybe, maybe not. Thank you very much for watching the video. Share in the comments and do like the video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again,